Jeff Bezos didn't just build an online bookstore. He built a machine, one that delivers packages, powers websites, hosts global infrastructure, and silently prints billions in cash flow. Today, Amazon's worth over $1.9 trillion, and most people still think it's just an e-commerce company. But beneath the surface is a carefully engineered system, one that runs on logistics, data, and a strategy so ruthless it changed modern capitalism. This is how Jeff Bezos quietly built one of the most powerful business empires in human history. Welcome to Industrial Secrets. In 1994, Jeff Bezos quit his job and launched a small website to sell books online. But books were just the starting point. Bezos wasn't interested in building a bookstore. He was building infrastructure, the backbone for how commerce would work in the 21st century. While other dot-com startups raced for growth, Amazon did something unique. It reinvested nearly every dollar back into warehouses, software, and logistics. By the early 2000s, Amazon had quietly built one of the most sophisticated order fulfillment systems on Earth, and nobody saw it coming. The online store was just the user interface. The real product was the machine behind it. In 2006, Amazon launched something almost no one understood at the time, a service called Amazon Web Services, or AWS. It started as a way for Amazon's engineers to share computing power internally. Then it evolved into a product, renting out server space to other companies. What happened next changed the internet forever. Today, AWS powers websites and platforms like Netflix, Airbnb, NASA, and even the CIA. It generates over $90 billion a year, with margins over 30%, higher than Apple, Google, or Microsoft in some cases. But here's the strategic twist. AWS funds the rest of Amazon. While the retail side of the business often breaks even, or even loses money, AWS quietly prints the profit that keeps everything running. It's the reason Amazon can offer free shipping, cut prices aggressively, and still dominate every market it enters. Bezos didn't build a store. He built a subsidized monopoly, funded by the cloud. While Walmart was focused on stores, Amazon was busy building something different. A full-stack logistics empire. Over the past 20 years, Amazon has built over 100 massive fulfillment centers, acquired its own fleet of planes, trucks, and vans, created advanced robotics to automate picking and packing, patented last-mile delivery systems that operate like a military network. And by 2020, Amazon was delivering more packages annually than FedEx. Most people think the genius was fast shipping, but the real power? Owning the last mile. That's the most expensive, most complex part of fulfillment, and Bezos knew that whoever controlled it, controlled the customer. Now, Amazon doesn't just deliver products, it delivers control over the entire supply chain. Today, Amazon is everywhere. Not just in commerce, but in content and data too. They own Prime Video, Audible, and Twitch. They've built their own advertising platform, smart speakers, cloud AI tools, and logistics dashboards. Why? Because every click, every order, every voice command becomes data, and data drives personalization, profit, and market dominance. For example, Amazon's ad business now generates over $45 billion a year. Prime Video boosts retention, which boosts spend. Smart devices gather behavioral data others can't access. The result? A closed-loop ecosystem where Amazon knows what you want and delivers it before you even ask. There's a famous quote from Bezos, "Your margin is my opportunity." It's not just a one-liner, it's his entire strategy. Bezos doesn't just enter markets, he crushes margins. He reinvests relentlessly, builds infrastructure others can't match, and plays the long game better than anyone. Amazon doesn't need to win on price or product, it wins by building the rails, the underlying systems that every other company depends on. Warehouses, data centers, payment systems, delivery networks, advertising platforms. This is why Amazon isn't just an online retailer. It's a backbone business, one that quietly profits from nearly every corner of modern life. Jeff Bezos didn't build a brand. He built a machine, a silent, scalable system that generates trillions in value across every layer of the economy. And he did it by focusing on what nobody else wanted to build, the hard parts, the infrastructure, the unsexy stuff. The result? A company that feels invisible, but owns everything. Want to know how other giants make their billions? Hit subscribe. This is Industrial Secrets, where we show you how the world really makes money.